Hello everyone, it is Pokemon Day, so I, Thempire Ian, am going to watch the new Pokemon Presents where they're going to announce a bunch of crap for the mobile games and then maybe something interesting. Let's take a look. Hell yeah, Pikachu marching along in time with the Pokemon theme. A bunch of unknown, what are they spelling? Ecorions. Okay, they're gonna spell something different. Why do the unknown hate Pikachu so much? Why do they hate him so much?
Hello everyone, I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company.
I always
Today,
like the plushies in the
February
background.
27
I want
is
them.
Pokemon Day. This is the date that the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were first released in Japan.
Yep, I didn't
Our
explain that at the
adventures with
beginning,
Pokemon,
but yeah,
which started
that's why
with
it's
the simple
Pokemon
fun
Day.
of collecting, trading, and battling in the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games,
And that's why they're
have
using this
expanded
old
to fit into so
Game
many
Boy
facets
theme.
of daily life, including walking and sleeping.
That is true.
We'll keep challenging
Kind of
ourselves to create
creepy when
new
you put it
ways
that
to
way, but
enjoy
okay.
Pokemon, and we hope you'll continue your adventures with us. Today, we will be bringing you all the latest news about Pokemon, including our newest titles. Mr. Utsunomiya, please take it away.
Utsunomiya.
I'm
Oh yes, this
Utsunomiya
guy.
from the Pokemon Company. I hope everyone has enjoyed their adventures in the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games so far.
I
To
have.
commemorate Pokemon Day, we've
I
planned a
liked
series
it.
of Terra
I
Raid
think they're
battle
good
events
games.
Where you'll be able to face off against the mighty
Wombat!
Blastoise,
Venusaur,
and
Blastoise, Charizard,
The first of
bat!
these Terra Raid battle events will begin tomorrow. We hope you will all enjoy these raids. Today,
I won't.
I'd
The
also
raids
like
are
to share the
dog
latest
shit.
updates on a number of our other
The worst part of the game.
Please have a look at this.
Oh, I'm having a look. You best believe I'm having a look. Pokemon Go. Sure.
A collaboration event with Pokemon Go is on its way.
Whoa. I've never seen this anime. I've heard good things about it. I just haven't watched it yet. Or maybe ever. I don't know.
Pikachu wearing Cap's hat is making its debut.
Yo.
It even knows an attack new to Pokemon Go, Volt Tackle.
That's crazy. I like
Target,
Surledge.
Armarouge, and Ceruledge are coming too. And Liko and Roy will be dropping in when you snap a pic and go snapshot. So set out on an adventure with your new friends.
Yo. Oh, and they also got hats. Hat time, baby. Okay, Pokemon sleeps on screen. Honk shoe, honk shoe, honk shoe. Raikou. So this game hasn't had legendary Pokemon yet, has it? Like, it seems like it's mostly been Kanto and Johto Pokemon so far, from what I've seen, I think. I don't know, maybe Spheel's appeared as well, but... Ooh, I like this lo-fi remix. Yo. That was sick. I actually really liked that. God, the sleeping Pokemon, you just can't lose with sleeping Pokemon. Unfortunately, I don't want to play that game. I don't need another mobile game. Especially not one that requires my phone to be on all night. Pokemon Master Sex, let's go. Oh shit.
We're just getting started. We're the greatest in the world. You're the greatest and strongest partner I could ask for. Fight!
They got animation this time. I'm glad that Pokemon Masters EX is continuing the use of Mega Evolutions. Someone has to. This one... This one I just can't get behind. Like, it's got cute art, but man, it's just nothing. It's so much nothing. They didn't even show you any gameplay. Like, none of that was gameplay. That was all, like, cutscenes. Oh, even worse, Pokemon Unite. Oh, Phalanx is a funny one. This almost looks like their Smash introductions. Alright. I like that we're getting these through quickly. Just like, bam, 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 bam. We're out of here. I say that and then we start wasting our time.
Moving on, please have a look at this video.
Moving on. Look at this. Look at this shit. Whoa. The Pokemon trading card game on a phone? Oh, terrible cards. Yeah. Oh, look at that terrible card. Whoa! That actually kind of looks sick with the holographic, the way they set up the holographic. Oop. Trade with your grandma. Oh, trade with someone completely far away. Okay. So they actually have card trading in this one. Hold up. That looks like the Pokemon trading card game, video game that's available. It's like slightly different. Also it looks like it has a smaller bench. So is this Duel Links for Pokemon TCG? Hold up. Is this fucking Duel Links for Pokemon TCG? I'm down, actually. Like, I'm fucking down. I'll do that. You bet. Full arts. Whoa! This full art lets you go inside the card. Extra full art. How rare is that Mewtwo, though? Yeah. I'm maybe interested in that. Maybe interested in that. What?
You just saw was the world's first
I can't
look
hear you.
at Pokemon trading card game Pocket. This game lets you easily collect Pokemon cards, which players all over the world have enjoyed since they debuted in 1996.
Nothing
but
sentence.
in a new digital format.
Okay. You already have a new digital format, but okay.
This game as a three-party collaboration with Creatures Inc., the creators of the Pokemon trading card game,
Okay.
and DNA, are partners in the development of
You're
Pokemon
working with
Masters
DNA again? Are you sure?
To mark the launch
After
of
what they did with
the title,
Pokemon
here's a
Masters?
message from Mr. Yuji Kitano,
Are you sure?
President and CEO of Creatures.
Okay.
Mr. Kitano, take it away.
I'm surprised.
Hello everyone. I'm
DNA royally fucked up Pokemon Masters. They fucked up so bad they had to relaunch it as Pokemon Masters EX.
With Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, we hope to bring you all a new way to enjoy the Pokemon Trading Card game. So we are hard at work developing digital cards.
Okay, that says nothing.
When we develop physical cards, we strive to please by taking great care with our paper quality, colors, and printing process. Since this game uses mobile devices rather than paper, we're challenging ourselves to express that care in new ways that are only possible digitally.
They're NFTs.
Such as using the characteristics of the screen to show off brilliant colors
Yeah,
and
no,
stylish
that's the
effects.
real answer. And then being
One way
able to
we're
go
accomplishing
inside
this
this.
is with immersive cards,
Immersive cards.
which give players the experience of leaping into the world of the card illustration. What's more, we've developed new streamlined game rules based on
Ooh,
our
yeah, it
existing
is
battle
Duel
system,
Links.
so you can enjoy a quick battle during the free moments in your day.
It's the Duel Links of Pokemon TCG. That's crazy. I love that. I wonder if they have cheat skills like Duel Links does.
Our 3 companies are all working hard to deliver a fun experience for those of you who already enjoy the Pokemon trading card game.
They're going to release like 5 million cheat skills that make Pikachu and
We
Charizard
hope
specifically
you look forward to the results of our latest
powerful.
efforts in the world of the Pokemon trading card game, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Kitano. We plan to launch Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket within 2024.
Sometime.
Please look forward to more details in the future.
Eventually.
Just one more thing. We'd like to end today's presentation
just
with
one more thing.
final video for you all. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, just one more thing. The unknown are coming around. Zadayu? Or Zoeyu? Question mark? What's up? What's up, Mr. Question Mark Unknown? Why are you looking at me like that? Game Freak made a game? That's crazy. Ooh. Redacted. Urban redevelopment plan. A vision of beautiful coexistence between people and Pokemon. Okay, Victorian style housing. People. Pokemon. Tron. It's like blueprints. Because it's blue and they're prints. 3D visualized blueprints. A little cafe. The frou-frou? Hey, what's that in the background there? Oh, Gyarados. There's a Heracross and a Pinsir in the background. I'm trying to look in the background to see if there's any new Pokemon. Hey! Lumiose Tower. And a Talonflame flying overhead. Huh. So that's like city plans, and it looks like there's like 5 hub areas in addition to this like main hub of Lumiose City. Yeah, Lumiose City. Pokemon Legends. Z. We're getting Pokemon Z! Z. A. I don't know what the A is going to be. But it does look a lot like the ultimate weapon, like when it's folded up. And also, obviously, there's like, you know, as, it's like ZA, ZA, but it's as, and oh, hey, we're gonna do some Mega Evolution. Yeah, duh. I don't, that was not exactly a reveal when you made it a Kalos game, right? Oh my god, look at all these mugging faces. I gotta put my mugging face on one of these thumbnails and ship this video out, huh? I gotta do it. You gotta have a mugging to the camera look at the thing coming, right? Oh man. That looks interesting though. I am interested. Obviously all the mobile game shit, who cares? Who gives a shit? You know, Silver with Mega Tyranitar and then Gita in Pokemon Masters, who cares? They were just gonna, things just happen in Pokemon Masters. I don't really care. I just want to see the interaction between my Blorbos. Right? That's all I care about Pokemon Masters for. The new Pokemon TCG mobile game looks interesting. It looks like Duel Links, but for Pokemon, and I'm into that. I like Duel Links a lot, especially now that they have Rush Duels. But I think a simplified Pokemon game is like a great thing. I think they're trying to compete with Marvel Snap, maybe, in doing this kind of thing, or maybe they're trying to compete with Duel Links. I don't think that's the case, because like, you know, the TCG Online, like the new TCG Online, competes with Master Duel and Magic the Gathering Arena, right? This new mobile app is really going to be compete more with Duel Links and Marvel Snap, right? So I can't imagine they're trying to use that to compete with, you know, Pokemon or with like Master Duel and shit like that. Like there's no way. That's just not what the audience is like. They're different audiences. But yeah, as a competitor to Duel Links, I'm interested. I'm into it. And then of course, Pokemon Legends ZA. I've been seeing people talk about this like all day. You know, it's been hard to avoid as I was at school, and it's just like bam, bam, bam. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. I don't. I'm a bit of a Kalos centrist here. I think Pokemon X and Y are fine. They're like okay. I've seen people say they're like the best games. I've seen people say they're the worst games. I just don't think that's true. I think there are worse games. I'm trying to think of one. The original Red and Blue, not very good games because they're buggy as hell. And Kanto is generally a boring region. I think Fire and Red and Leaf Green do a lot to help it though. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon kind of I like some aspects of what they bring to the table, but I also hate what they do to original Sun and Moon. I would put them under X and Y probably. Sword and Shield maybe. I don't know, Sword and Shield do some really innovative stuff with the Pokemon franchise though that really helped make Pokemon Legends possible. Like Pokemon Legends, everyone loves talking about how Pokemon Legends is so much better than Sword and Shield, but Pokemon Legends would not exist without Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's just a fact. I think really the worst games are going to be ones that are like in the third party, or I mean there's the obvious answer, which is every single Pokemon mobile game is worse than Pokemon X and Y, but that's because mobile games are trash. They're just trash. They're digital waste. Even if sometimes they have some fun stuff to them, you know. Like if they were like genuinely free to play instead of, you know, free to pay, or if they were like, you know, one time payment, you play the game kind of things, then we could have a discussion of whether they were good or not. But as long as they have microtransactions, they are going to be the worst Pokemon games, right? But yeah, I definitely don't think it's the best, and I definitely don't think it's the worst. I very, very much like, it's fine. It's fine. Pokemon X and Y, fine games. They're A-okay. They introduced Mega Evolution, and that was neat. Mega Evolution is a pretty neat mechanic. I like it. Is it unbalanced as hell? Yes. Because while, like, you take a look at something like Dynamaxing can be applied to every single Pokemon that exists in the game, whereas Mega Evolution can only be applied to certain Pokemon. It gives certain Pokemon advantages over others, which, you know, every Pokemon has some certain advantages and disadvantages over the others, but it really incentivizes you to play at least one mega evolving Pokemon in your party. Whereas Dynamaxing, you can Dynamax anything, you know, and every Pokemon gets a boost, while only some of them have to, because you can't design a Mega Evolution for every Pokemon in the game, right? And you can't design a Gigantamax form for every Pokemon in the game. So you have some that have Gigantamax forms, and they have maybe a little tiny boost when they're Dynamax, but everyone gets to take advantage of the Dynamax system. I think the Z moves were a perfect distillation of this, where you have every Pokemon able to do Z moves, and like some of them can learn Z moves that are unique to them, but like, who cares? Like that, you know. But yeah, I like Mega Evolution though, because it's just rule of cool, baby. It's fucking cool, right? And I've been missing it. Like Pokemon Masters obviously keeps it alive, but like that's about it. Pokemon Masters also keeps Z moves alive, you know. It keeps all these like dated mechanics alive in its clutches. Although, you know, Pokemon Go also has Mega Evolution too. So it's not just Pokemon Masters. But yeah, it looks like this game, Pokemon Legends ZA, is going to include the Mega Evolution, and it's going to hopefully tie up a lot of loose ends. The Pokemon X and Y are notorious for having a lot of loose ends, and Pokemon Sun and Moon also have a lot of loose ends as well. and I think this is going to tie up some of them from Pokemon X and Y and from Pokemon Sun and Moon. What if the A stands for Alola? Nah. But like the thing is like obviously if you look at the Z in Pokemon, hold on, if I can get that. There we go. If you look at the Z in Pokemon ZA, you'll notice that it has the Zygarde like pattern on it, and obviously Z is Zygarde, X is Xerneas, Y is Yveltal, Z is Zygarde. And you'll notice that, and it is obviously going to have a lot to do with Zygarde. Like Zygarde is going to be a major focus of this game. And Zygarde also has is like a major focus of Pokemon Sun and Moon. There's a whole like thing where you got to collect all the Zygarde cells. So there is going to be some amount of tying up loose ends in regards to Pokemon Sun and Moon in addition to X and Y, right? There's actually like a little thing that's like a little charm that's supposed to represent a guardian thing in Pokemon X, or X in the Kalos region, like that you find in Pokemon Sun and Moon. It's like a little trinket, and like maybe we'll get an explanation on that. I don't know. Sometimes these Pokemon Legend well, I guess I say sometimes as if there's been more than one, but like Pokemon Legends Arceus answers some questions, but also asks a lot of more questions. My main question with Pokemon Legends Arceus is, did colonization happen in the Pokemon universe? Did the slave trade happen in Pokemon universe? Did we get the colonization of the Ainu people, right? So like does the rest of that happen? Does the Kanto region undergo the Meiji Restoration? Like, that's my question coming out of Pokemon Legends Arceus, but that's because I know history. And I know the history that they're replicating. And like you get like little glimpses into the where they're talking about you have the scientist from the Galar region who mentions Raichu in its ability to shock the elephant Pokemon. I don't remember. Caparaja. And that's a reference to an old Pokemon game where it says that Raichu can shock can produce enough electricity to kill an Indian elephant, which referencing it that way implies that Caparaja is not native to the Galar region, but is instead an import from whatever India region there is in the Pokemon universe, which would imply that the Galar region colonized the India region at some point. Which interesting implications with the Pokemon universe. Interesting implications for that whole thing, and I'm wondering how this game is going to play into that, especially in regards to Zygarde and the way it plays into Alola, which is a Hawaii region, based on Hawaii, and Kalos, which is based on France. And there's not a whole lot of interaction between France and Hawaii, as far as I know. But I'm not an expert on Hawaii or France, so that's they'll leave it at that. There's certainly some French colonization in Polynesia, though. French Polynesia was a thing, so I don't know. That could be what they're kind of referencing. I don't know. But yeah, I'm interested. I ignoring all that historical that stuff doesn't actually matter. It matters a little bit because like what are the games actually saying, and what are the games like implicitly saying versus what that kind of thing. Like, is Pokemon Legends Arceus cutesifying and downplaying the Japanese colonization of the Ainu people in Hokkaido? Maybe, kinda. And like I think that's worth talking about. But like only so far. I don't think it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's not the worst thing that the Japanese are currently doing to the Ainu, So I think that's you got to have that little perspective as well. But I'm interested in this as a Pokemon game as well. I'm interested what this will do for the franchise, what innovations this will bring both to Pokemon Legends as a series and to Pokemon mainstream Pokemon as a mainline Pokemon as a series. And I'm interested in what this will add, because there's a lot of interesting lore to in the Kalos region that was only sort of touched on, that happens in the past. And obviously we're not going back. It seems like we're going to the construction of Lumio City, which makes it seem like we're not going back 3,000 years. So we're sometime after the development of the mega weapon that Az created, I think. Like, I don't think they're going to go back 3,000, because like Lumio City is based on modern day Paris, and it has the Eiffel Tower, which was developed in the 1800s. I don't imagine they're going to go back 3,000 years with that, you know. That seems a little silly. So it'll probably be sometime after Az, but I imagine Az will show up because he seems to be referenced in the title of the game, right? And he is just like an immortal guy. Maybe we'll learn something about his immortality. But I think I think we kind of know that already. I think it's just a result of the mega weapon, because the mega weapon, you know, it's either controlled by Yveltal or Xerneas, and maybe in this case it's controlled by both. Like maybe the truth, because like we always have this third game that gives us the actual truth. In between, like there's like two games that give us one side of the story, and then one game that gives us the real story, quote unquote, which is always a strange thing about Pokemon, which makes it so hard to figure out what the lore of Pokemon is, because it's so inconsistent between the games. But in regards to this, it seems like maybe the truth is that both of them were used, and you know the mega weapon killed a lot of people, hence its, you know, death power. But it also gave a lot of people, it gave Az eternal life, hence its life power. Like that's the Xerneas and Yveltal used it once. But I don't know. There was also like a tweet, and this says it on the official website too, where the entire game is going to take place in Lumio City specifically. It's not going to be in the entire Kalos region. It's going to be just Lumios. And I'm a little concerned about that. That's a little weird. I don't know why they're doing that. It seems like we're going to be building Lumio City as the game goes, or like preparing Lumio City to be built. But that kind of sucks. I don't like that. Is it like it doesn't, like, obviously we're trying to build like sustainable cities, quote unquote, that work together with Pokemon and humans. But like the entire thing of Pokemon is that you got to live with nature, and I don't like the idea of just building over nature as a theme of a game, you know. I like how underdeveloped the Pokemon world is, you know. It also is going to require making Lumio City very large, which really implies weird things about the original X and Y games and the scale. Like I think it fucks with the scale a little bit. I mean, Lumio City is pretty big in the original Pokemon X and Y, but not that big. You know what I'm saying? And it also it means that we won't be seeing any of the other iconic spots of Kalos, which is a little annoying. And it also means we're not going to see Zygarde's cave, which is strange. Zygarde's going to have to come to us, I guess. Like I don't understand this choice. It seems a little strange to me, but that's what they're doing. You know. That's what they're gonna do. I'll reserve judgment on that until we get to see more of it, and you know, maybe until the actual game comes out. I wasn't a huge fan of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I've noticed that I've told this before. I thought it was like fine, but I don't like aiming and dodging in Pokemon. It just doesn't feel natural to me, and I'm not a big, you know, aiming and dodging person in games anyways. When I play Pokemon, I want to relax and have my turn, you know. I like turn-based games. I like card games, that kind of thing. That's just what I like. And Legends turning it into like some weird survival horror game with Pokemon. It's not horror, but you know what I mean. The horror of these scary creatures attacking you. But no, it's like this survival game. Well, it's not exactly a survival game because you don't have to eat, but you know what I mean, though, right? You're like dodging Pokemon. You're having to throw things at them and aim and make sure you hit them. And oh my god, the boss fights! Anyone who says they like the boss fights, I just like you're just an entirely different person than I am. You just like I don't understand you, and I probably never will understand you. it's like insane to me that anyone would like the boss fights. And I also didn't like some of the changes. I like some of the changes they made to the battle system. I didn't like others. Like changing frozen to be a less debilitating status and sleep as well. That's good. I think there needs to be less turn skips and less coin tosses in Pokemon. But the way they shifted the battles made it so sacky. Like if you get in the winning position, you just it's over. And if you fuck up with doing the battle stances, you're fucked. Your opponent can take like 4 turns in a row. It's insane. I don't understand. And even if you're not if you're not using the different stances, you still can sometimes your opponent will just be like, yeah, I get 2 turns this time. You're like, I didn't use any stances. You didn't use the quick stances. Why do you get 2 turns in a row? I don't know. Sometimes that's just how it is. So hopefully they'll refine some of that. I could see them refining some of that stuff and making this a bit more interesting to play, a bit more thought out, and and just really take the core of. Obviously some of that's just natural to they're not going to change the fact you have to aim the Pokeball, right? That's just part of the gameplay. And I'll accept that. I can accept that, right? I just want them to think out the battle system more, and I hope they can really refine some of the stuff that they worked on with the first Pokemon Legends game. And again, I hope they can refine this for the next Pokemon game, the mainline Pokemon game, which we hopefully won't see until 2027. Like, look right here, this is releasing simultaneously worldwide in 2025. That's a much larger dev cycle than Pokemon Legends Arceus had. And when you look at Game Freak structure, there's 2 different teams, and I think one of them's working on the Legends and one of them's working on the main line, and that's the idea here. But even then, as far as we know, this is a much larger dev cycle than Arceus got. Even still, as far as we know, because we don't actually know a whole lot about the inner workings of Game Freak. But I love to see this. I think we heard when Scarlet and Violet had so many glitches and bugs, and to put out cards on the table, Scarlet and Violet is one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time. It's my favorite because it has the best writing in the entire series. I'm a writing gal. I like writing. I like storytelling. I like character. I like that stuff much more than I care about the bugginess. You could just watch me play Black Book. Black Book was a ugly game that was buggy as hell, and I adored it because it had really great writing and atmosphere and characters. And that's what Scarlet and Violet had. Same thing. But some people had worse bugs than I had, way worse. And I think they do need to take their time, more time. And there's been people who've spoken out about the crunch at Game Freak, and Game Freak themselves has said that they didn't have enough dev time. And I think this shows that they're going to work on that for the next. They're going to try and give more dev time for these future games. And so I'm hoping this is a trend now. Pokemon Legends ZA, they saw how well Pokemon Legends Arceus did. They're okay, and we need more dev time for this stuff. Okay, here we go. Pokemon Legends again, but with more dev time. And then let's do the next mainline game, and that's going to have even more dev time, right? Because now the dev team is done with Scarlet and Violet. They finished the DLC. It's all done. And they can focus on working on the next mainline game, which will probably be for whatever, goes after the Switch. I've seen a lot of people talking about this game possibly being on whatever comes after the Switch. It does say on Nintendo Switch titles, which implies there's going to be more than one, but there already are more than one when you think about it. There's the Switch Lite, there's the OLED, there's all sorts of different versions of the Nintendo Switch out there. So you have to say Nintendo Switch systems when you mean everything that is currently a Nintendo Switch, right? So we could be looking at a Nintendo Switch 2, or we could just be seeing them talking about the different versions of the Switch that are out there, right? I wouldn't be surprised if this came out for the Nintendo Switch 2, but I think if that does happen, it's going to be out for the Nintendo Switch as well, the original OG Nintendo Switch as well. It's going to be a cross-platform, cross-generation game, like your Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. But I think that's good. I think that's a good way to do transitionary Pokemon games. It gives me more time to buy the Switch 2 to build up the money to buy it. You know, I don't want to be changing over to a new console generation yet. You know, I don't have the money for that. But yeah, I think that's basically everything I wanted to say about this. Everything that's been stewing around in my head. If you're sad that this wasn't a Gen 5 or a Gen 2 remake, get over yourself. This is fine. Like, those would be cool too, but this is good. Come on. Like, I think the Gen 5 games don't need a remake, honestly. The Gen 5 games are pretty much peak 2D Pokemon, right? So why would you want to see them in 3D? Like, I don't give a shit. I've seen them as good as they need to be, but I would still play it if they did a remake. And the Gen 2 games, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, great games. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are some of my favorite games. If they make a remake of Gold and Silver, it's just going to be a worse game than Heart Gold Soul Silver. That's how it is, because they're going to take away all the things that they changed for Heart Gold Soul Silver, just like they did with Diamond and Pearl when they got rid of everything that changed in Platinum, right? Yeah, and I think that there is everything. Like, just like I'm looking forward to it. I think we've got some like cool stuff to look forward to, and I'm happy. I'm satisfied. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're satisfied with this video, with me getting to ramble a bunch about the Pokemans. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hey there. Thanks for watching another video. Why don't you give it a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. You know, the YouTube stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more content. I got content plenty for ya. You can also support the channel by giving me money. You have a Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can show up in the credits over here. I would really appreciate that. You could also use my TCG Player affiliate link to get any singles, sealed product, or accessories that you want, all to supporting the channel at the same time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is for you. Bye now.